Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today NSC just filed a current report covering their annual shareholder meeting results, and I am seeing a clear picture of shareholder confidence. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. Shareholders overwhelmingly supported the board and executive pay plan, which signals a stable current outlook for the company. So what we have here is information about Norfolk Southern Corporation's meeting, where shareholders voted on important company matters. This kind of filing in 8K is used to report any major events that shareholders or regulators need to know about right away. Think of it as a company giving the public a heads up on significant news. The main event happened on May 7, 2026, which was their annual meeting of shareholders. This report is being filed just a day later, on May 8, to share those results. Norfolk Southern, or NSC as you might know them, is a huge player in the railroad industry. They move goods all across the eastern half of the United States. With a market cap of nearly $70 billion and over 19,000 employees, they are a giant in the transportation sector. This section is all about what happened at the shareholder meeting. It details the outcomes of the votes on different proposals. The first big vote was to elect the company directors. These are the people who oversee the company and make major decisions on behalf of the shareholders. 12 directors were up for election, and the results show very strong support for all of them. For example, Richard H. Anderson received over 152 million votes in favour. Even the directors who got the fewest for votes, like John C. Hufford Jr. with about 148.6 million votes for, still had overwhelming support compared to the votes against. This level of support means shareholders are happy with the current leadership team and its direction. It's a clear signal that the strategy and management are viewed positively. Next, shareholders voted on ratifying the appointment of the company's independent auditors. These are the folks who check the company's financial records to make sure everything is accurate and follows the rules. This year, they reappointed KPMG LLP. KPMG was approved with a massive 173.5 million votes in favour. There were about 10.3 million votes against and a small number of abstentions. This shows shareholders trust KPMG to do a good job of keeping Norfolk Southern accountable on its financial reporting. It's standard for these auditors to be approved by a large margin. The third major vote was on executive compensation, often called say on pay. This is an advisory vote, meaning shareholders get to voice their opinion on how the top executives are paid. In this case, shareholders approved the executive compensation plan with about 145 million votes for, against about 8.5 million votes against. This is another positive sign. When shareholders vote to approve executive pay, it suggests they believe the compensation aligns with the company's performance and leadership. This is particularly important given the company's P/E ratio of 26.2, which suggests the market values their earnings, and a successful year likely means tied compensation for executives. And finally, we have the signatures section where authorized company officers sign off on the report. Jeremy Ballard, the corporate secretary, signed this document on May 8, 2026, confirming the information is accurate to the best of his knowledge. Looking at these results, the story is pretty clear. Norfolk Southern shareholders are very confident in the current leadership and the company's direction. The overwhelming support for directors and executive compensation, along with the ratification of their auditors, paints a picture of a stable and well-regarded company. While the headline news mentioned the Gainesville Inland Port launch as a positive development, this filing focuses on the shareholder sentiment, which is a critical indicator of trust. It is not unusual for a company of NSC's size and stability to see such strong voting results at an annual meeting. They are a vital part of the American economy, and their consistent operations are what shareholders value. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description.